Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Deeds. What's good, buddy?
Good morning.
It's,
Happy
it's
Friday, July 31st to you and
July
to us all.
July 31st. It's the day after Deeds' birthday.
Yep. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a birthday yesterday, too.
He's not as cool as Mr. Deeds, though.
No, he's cooler. No,
Not as,
he's,
not as
that was
young.
good. I had a good, not as young, no, but he can definitely lift more than me. He can lift two deeds. I can do like a third of a deed. It's one push.
Did I send you my idea for the one of the stickers for the huge?
Not yet. Hold on. Downloading. Got it. Looks pretty good.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea except for that sticker idea. But no, you didn't send me an edit. Nope.
No. I haven't even done it. I have like an idea of something that we could do. Arnold Schwarzenegger related, kinda. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Just
Well,
think about it. Maybe it'll bring it. Maybe it'll pop back in your brain.
got it. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Squeegees. Got it.
No
Put the squeegee
squeegees,
down. No.
and it has to do with something huge. Maybe Saturday
What's in
Night
your
Live
bucket and what
related.
does it do? Hans and Franz,
Mm.
I'm
Mm.
going to squeeze you up. Yes. But good
Oh,
morning. We
so
got Ryan Edward Connor checking in. Good morning, Ryan.
right on, right on, right on. Good morning to Tyler, and good morning to Jeremy as well. So Deeds, what'd you do for your birthday?
Oh, I got the what do you call it? Yep. Internet's taking a fart right now. So he's like, I don't think so. So the
Did you do
internet's
anything?
down. Might
Did
have
you
to
do
move it
anything
some
fun
more.
for your birthday? He's
Hold on.
frozen. There we go. Where the hell did I put my coffee? Oh, dude, you think we've never done a show before or something?
Where's my show? No, I
I
got a
don't know
new
what.
Wi-Fi extender, and the goddamn thing isn't working this morning.
Well, that's a drag.
It is a drag, so I'm gonna have to reposition it or something because the neighbor's AC has been off for 15 minutes, so that's not kicking around the signal. So
Hmm.
it is what it is. But it's also Friday. Yay for Friday, says Ryan. Hell yeah. Good morning, Nick.
And Jeremy Peterson says, "Happy belated, Mark." Oh,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Good morning, Tyler.
yeah. So,
All
what'd you
right,
do
so we're
yesterday?
plugged in. Yesterday, all right. I worked for Kylie yesterday. She got subbed into the school for the kiddos, so I sat at the chair and window shopped on Amazon and stuff. Uh, then the afternoon, I took the kiddos to go see the new Spider-Man movie. So I got my Spider-Man fixed in, and it was an okay movie. Nothing I would really rush to go see if you're like, oh, all excited about it, unless you're a huge Tom Holland Spider-Man fan. I am not. I just thought there'd be a lot of this, that, and the other, but I got more of not this, that, and the other. So is what it is. It's a good movie, well-rounded. Check it out, but don't rush to go see it.
So, you know what I saw yesterday?
No.
You went to the theaters. I stayed home with Marisa, and we watched DWP 2, Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh yeah, that's on my wife's my wife, her list. Well, we got Grant. Good morning, Grant.
What's up? What's up?
Good
Nada,
morning, brother.
nada. We're
We
just
are
checking in.
we're live and chilling, man. How are you?
Good yourself?
Doing well. We're just kind of touching base. It was Deed's birthday yesterday, so he was telling us about how he went and saw Spider-Man with his kids, and I was just telling him that I actually hung out last night and watched Devil Wears Prada 2 with my wife. So
There you go.
My wife.
yeah, we,
We
we're
were
just
Devil
How was
Wears
Spider
Prada.
Man?
Spider-Man was meh. You know, I would give it 7 or 9, no, 7.9 out of 10. Um, I kind of wanted. I should have went and saw the Odyssey. You know, that's what I'm thinking. But for everybody who likes Marvel, I'm a big Marvel fan. It was, you know, it was fine. It was good. But was it for Love and Thunder good, or was it, you know, Endgame good? I'm not sure. Can't say. But I wouldn't rush to go see it. Don't like, oh, I gotta go see it, because you're gonna be like, all right. But it was good. I mean, it's a Marvel movie. They spent money on it, so it was all right.
yeah. Hey, so
Yeah.
Grant, I don't know if you've tuned into the show or not before, but we have a bunch of friends that pop in from time to time. John Magdos, one of our buddies, is here. Looks like Mike Matthews is here. Ryan Edward Connor, Damian Schreckengost, a bunch of the homies, Nick Anderson too. So we're gonna give them a quick shout out. But before we start talking other stuff, let's give you a proper introduction. So Grant's here joining us with Thunder Lighting. Where are you guys based out of?
Long Island, New York.
Long Island.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So I did not think that would where you guys were from. Yeah, I didn't hear any crazy accent when I first met you. I
You
didn't.
should tell it's daylight out here. It's not, pitch black like it is by you. So
Yeah, it's the sun is coming up. It's 5:30 Eastern. I sent Grant a message and he there was a little confusion. We thought it was 8:30 or 5:30.
I thought it was 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thankfully
Oh, cool.
you still made it to the office and
We're
there's
here.
we're good to
I
go.
was at one of our other buildings, so ran back here
Mhm.
quick, but we are good.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Outstanding. So one of the reasons I wanted to have you on is because we're talking the Huge. And I met you back at the Huge in 2024. Thunder Lighting's been around for a while. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'll talk about a little bit about yourself and about Thunder Lighting, and then we'll kind of get into the Huge and you're going to be a vendor again and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Listen, when you say huge, you can't just say you have to make it sound huge. It's like we're going to the Huge. You gotta
The
hype
Huge.
it up a little bit, so.
Huge. Tony
I
Fusillo.
am so at Thunder Lighting Supply, we're a wholesale outdoor lighting distributor. So we try and help contractors that are trying to get into whether it's holiday lighting, landscape lighting, or the permanent lighting businesses kind of take their business and grow to the next level. I come up from a background, I was in the home service industry for 7 years before I started working here. So I worked with holiday light installations, landscape lighting installs on that side, and kind of worked through that from, being, hey, the guy that's wrapping trees to running my own branch of a company that's local to New York. And then when I graduated college, I came over and hopped on with the team at Thunder and been here ever since. So
7 years, bro. I assumed you were like, you got a young face still. When I saw you last time, you looked young as hell. I'm surprised you've been.
so I started in the holiday lighting industry when I was 14. So
now
let
it
that
makes
catch up for you a
sense.
little bit. So the time is still, still there. So this is going to be my 12th season in the holiday lighting industry.
Wow,
Awesome.
good for you, brother. So the time, it's never too late to get in, and that's one of the things that I wanted to talk
That's
a little bit about. So I am a traditional window cleaner. Do a little bit of solar and some other stuff. My co-host over here, Deeds, is a jack of many trades. Deeds, what do you do, dude?
I do the dude.
I do
No,
the
I do
do.
pressure washing, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, solar panels, and I do Christmas lights. So I sell, or
Okay.
not sell, I lease. I do the leasing model in the wintertime for the last 5 years. And it's nice. I'm in Houston, so it's a very large market. So I'm set up to like a small radius and a few big, customers. But Christmas lighting really takes off and helps me through October, November, December in like the slow cleaning time. So holiday lighting is important. I think guys do need to hear about it and consider adding it to their business.
So Grant, I'm
Absolutely.
really, 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 really considering it. And well, first off, I want to do my own backyard. And I want to do lights on the front of my house and all that stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I was getting in bed with the right people and getting the right tools and the right gear. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on too, so you can tell some of our friends that are going to be at the Huge what's important about the proper gear, what to look for, what not to look for, and some of the mistakes and some of the good things that you can do when you first get involved into lighting business.
Sure. So my top big do's and don'ts, it's never too early to start promoting your holiday lighting business. So you're a window cleaner, Mark, power washer, window cleaner, holiday light guru. You should be promoting your holiday light services year round because you already have a customer base. And as long as you do a good job at being in business and helping your customers, they're going to come back and use you for your next service. So on the bottom of all of your, follow-up texts, your invoices, however you're communicating with your customers, whatever service you're offering them now. I tell every company, even if you don't know a single thing about the holiday lighting business, give the customer a coupon right then and there, so they jump back to using you when they're ready to do that service. So
Cool.
your first step, because you already are doing work and you're already having touch points with clients, is going to be using those clients that you already have and converting them into holiday clients. So that'd be my first step there. My next step is, like you said, get in bed with the right people. When I was in the install industry, we used to install homeowners lights and lights from commercial stores, and then as well as we dealt with Thunder. I was one of their customers. That was when I first started there. By the time I was exiting, we did one house where we still installed the homeowners lights that were from a big box store, and that was a wrap on that. I mean, it was just nightmare after nightmare. They don't last. There's no warranty. And when especially when you lease them, they're your lights. So you're going back and servicing those lights for free. You're not charging the customer a service call. At least in the sales model, if the homeowner owns the lights and you go and, have to do a service call, it's on them. But it's one of those things where, in my mind, that was like always a big don't do, that we see a ton of customers go and do their first years. Like, oh, this guy called me, he said his lights work fine from last year. I'm going to go put them up.
Yep.
No problem. Do your thing. Give me a call when you're done. Let me know how it went.
Yeah. Some
I
can be tricky.
I did lights before a couple of years back, only on one or two clients' houses, and she purchased all the lights and she kept everything, and that's all well and good. But I was hoping to get into something a little better this year, a little more commercial. Like I was telling you, I wanted to do my house, right? And here in Arizona and lots of other places, lots of people do their trunks and things like that. What makes a commercial light better than something that you pick up from Home Depot or other places like that, like a big box store?
So just like anything, things can be mass produced for a cheaper price and you lose quality in it. And when you're buying through a wholesale distributor or a distributor that's meant to sell to contractors, not only are you going to get a better price because you're buying from someone who's meant to set up to sell to other contractors, but you're also going to get a product that's made to last, because for me, your business is reoccurring. I want you to come back every year as you grow your business and continue to grow with us. And if I have a shitty product that's not going to last, you're not going to come back. You're going to go find somewhere else. So we manufacture our products. We make sure that they're going to stand up to the test of time. We give a 3-season guarantee on all of our products. First 3 seasons, they don't light up. Most of the time, it's, hey, send us a picture, and we'll send you over what you need. And that's it. Sometimes we ask for some more questions, but that's why we're set up the way we are, is to deal with companies like you guys, not homeowners. I'm not at a race to the bottom. I'm at a race for the best quality and the best price.
Yeah. I had a customer call last year who's like, yeah, I think your light strand is out up on the top of the house. Can you come back out? And she's like one of my exact furthest customers away. So I'm like, shit. Yeah, but can you first send me a photo real quick? So she goes outside, sends a photo, and it's, sorry, it's a dormer outside that's like really high that she requested. It's so high that she didn't want me to go up and do it. And I reminded her of that. She's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Have a great Christmas. Like, Jesus. So it's always, customer satisfaction, expectations, and then, as you're saying, taking care of them if they do have a complaint, and then following it. Send me some information, give me a text, because it's important to get as much information as customers as you can, especially with Christmas lights, because they might have a different idea, theory, viewpoint. So like mock-ups and setting customer expectations is important. But you've got the 3-year guarantee warranty thing. That's important. That's smart.
One of the biggest things I saw when I was dealing with homeowners in the holiday lighting business was they didn't think that trees grew. It was one of these magical things that, because 10 sets of lights fit on it one year, the next year is also going to take 10 sets of lights, which is never the case, because every year the trees are growing. So
yeah, get down with the
objections we ran into a ton of times.
Bob over here wanted to say good morning. Apparently he's like, hi. So hi, Bob.
Good morning.
Yeah. So how many, like I just pointed out some of those ficus out back, approximately how many, does it vary depending on girth, the circumference? Obviously
it's always a size issue. It's always about girth, right?
It's always about the girth.
Always. And again, it's one of those things, as the tree grows up, it also grows out.
Yeah.
So, you take that trunk that you showed me just to get up to about probably like 3 feet up. You're probably going to use about 3 to 4 sets of lights because it looked like it was a pretty thick tree. And it's
Yeah.
one of the things we teach in some of our training classes that we run for contractors is, hey, if you have a tree that's this thick, your sets of lights are only going to go this far. But you got a branch
Yep.
that's this thick, you could go 10 feet up with one set of lights.
Yeah. And I find with like Christmas, with like tree wrapping, it's kind of like the Star Wars meme of Kylo Ren saying more. It's always like it's going to be more than you anticipate, more than you think. So if you think
More
five
lights,
strands
more
might fit a
better.
tree, yeah, it looks better too. I have customers that you're mentioning who are like year 5 now, and they've asked last year, can we add more lights to that tree? It's not looking as full as it was. And I told them, the trees grow every year. I have a certain allotment, but next year I will add some this year to your lights and make it look good. So you're completely correct on the whole growth and more, because you'll get it divided for years and years what's going where, but trees grow, bushes grow,
That's it.
people want more sometimes.
One of the big things contractors always struggle with is sizing up how many lights it's going to take to wrap a tree.
Yeah.
And this is, in the past 3 years with the evolution of AI, this isn't something we first saw when I was in the industry and, first in the distribution space, is people now try to use ChatGPT to estimate how many lights it'll take to get on a tree.
Yeah.
And it's always underestimating it. I mean, a tree that'll take, 200 to 300 sets of lights, and each set's 25 feet long. It'll come out and be like, oh, that'll take like 14 sets of lights. I'm like, what am I going to do with 14? That'll get me like this high up the tree. It's not going to get the whole tree done. So
Sure, you can have 14 sets, but they're going to be spaced like this far apart.
Yeah. If you're lucky, tree's going to look like a lollipop when you're done with it. So the thing I warn contractors of now is, always be weary of AI, especially when you're trying to use it to estimate your jobs, just because it's not quite there in that exact application. I'm a huge advocate for using AI in your business, but when it comes to tree wrap estimations, I'm still on the old-fashioned route.
So I'm going to ask some of our friends in the chat. Mason's here, Nick Anderson and mine, Gabriel, Robert, Breeze. Let's see who else is in here. Do any of you guys do Christmas lights currently? And are any of you guys interested in getting into the Christmas light space? You mentioned something real quick too.
Thing.
Yeah, they're still talking about it. What about you mentioned training?
Yep.
How is there a training course that you offer? Is it online? Where is it? Like, how do people really get into it?
We're big on the whole in-person training thing.
Yeah.
Because everyone learns with their hands. We're contractors. We're in a blue-collar industry. Hopping on a Zoom call with me is only going to get you so far. So we try and do almost all of our trainings in person. We don't charge for them. They are free. So all you have to do is get yourself to our facility. And then we kind of go from the ground up with the training class. So we start on, product knowledge, just so everyone knows, hey, this is a bulb, this is a light set, here's how they work together. We talk a little bit about, installation process, here's how everything works together. We talk about how to sell jobs, design jobs, and pretty much optimize your business for the holiday lighting industry. And then after we do that, we have lunch. After lunch, we go to a house, we put lights on a house, we go on the roof of our office, put lights on the roof of our office, just so everyone gets their hands, just a little bit wet in residential and commercial installs.
Cool. And how frequently do you do those?
We do them about once a month from June till about October. We double up and do 2 of them. Our next one's going to be August 14th. It's a Friday. It's about 2 weeks from now. And then after that, we have one coming up September 11th on Friday. We have a whole week of training classes going on that week. So we have, a big networking event at our office on Wednesday. We have permanent light training on Thursday, and then holiday light training on Friday. So I really encourage people who are looking to get into the lighting industry to come, because one flight gets you 3 days of free trainings, events, and fun, and a ton of networking that as well.
What's the closest airport to your location?
So the good thing about being on Long Island is the dense population of people that are here. So we're about, with no traffic, 35 minutes to LaGuardia and JFK, as well as Long Island's Islip Airport. With traffic, you could go about 3 hours to get to there. So I'd be careful of what times you fly in.
Okay. I love hearing about how much effort and training that you put into this. Because someone like myself, I do need that kind of training. I get frustrated easily. And if you time is money, right? Like, I don't want to get to somebody's house and then end up being like a deer in the headlights and being like lost. Exactly, Deeds. You know what I'm talking about. And you,
Male to male plugs. This will work.
bro, I'm in the window washing business, and I had to exchange a flush valve on my water fed machine yesterday, and it stressed me the fuck out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go, easy peasy, right? So
I had
it's
a customer.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good. A scissoring. Can't put them together.
So what about are there specific clips that you need if you're hanging lights? Are yours magnetic? Are they both? What's unique
So-
about your stuff?
When I first started in the industry, there was like 2 clips. You had a shingle clip and you had a gutter clip, and those were your 2 clips.
Mhm.
And on shingles, you use shingles, gutters, you use gutter clip, and there was nothing else out there. Now I think
Nothing.
we stock almost like 25 different clips that do, a variety of different things. Whether you have a metal roof and you need something that clips on there because it's aluminum and it's not steel and the magnet's not going to stick. If you have a metal roof that's magnetic, we have magnet clips. We have gutter clips in black, white. We have terracotta roof clips in white and orange terracotta color.
Ooh.
So there's
Nice.
pretty much a clip for every application now. We have clips for flat roofs. We have
Yeah, I
clips
got
that
these
stick
big
on
old thick.
windows.
I have these big old thick like tiles and
Yep.
ceramic, and man, they're just a pain in the ass. And I've done my own house every year, and now I'm just like, all right, I want to get something that's a little better. So I'm hoping that when I see you guys in August, that you'll have a bunch of stuff for me to go over and take a peek at and
Look
see
at
what
this
the
one.
best.
Look at this one. Look at this
Yeah.
one. Look
So
at
I'm
this
digging my
one.
box of tricks right now, and I don't think I have anything in the office. But we have a terracotta clip. Oh, here's one in white left in my bag of tricks, and it's meant for those thick.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Down with the thickness.
And then we also have them in orange. So if you have an orange tile,
Yeah.
it'll kind of blend in a little bit better. Of course, your wire is still going to be green, white, black, or brown, but at least the clips will match a little bit.
Cool.
So
Smart.
green, white, black, or brown.
Correct.
What is the most common? Green?
Green. You know why? And people often say like, "Oh, I want to do black because it'll, do this or it'll blend in." Or every once in a while, we have a ton of white gutters in New York. So like, "Oh, I'm gonna do white wire." I'm like, first of all, the wire sits above the gutter on the roof line, so it's not going to sit on the gutter. So white wire on a black roof looks like crap. And green is kind of that classic, hey, this is the original Christmas light wire color. And it kind of blends in all right with black, all right with gray, all right with, blue shingles, just kind of gets in the middle of everything and blends in nicely. So I often tell people, go with green. That's the way to go. If you have a super modern house where everything's white and black, you might want to go with black. But it's one of those things where everything we do is meant for the contractor. So you're going to be buying 500 feet of wire. So do you really need 500 feet of black wires laying around your shop, or do you just stay consistent with your green wire and roll with it?
Keep it
Roll
simple.
with it.
That's it.
Speaking of simple and rolling with it, we got and I don't mean this in the wrong way. David Rivas is a good friend of mine. Friend of the show, was just on a couple weeks ago. I met him at the Huge the same year I met you, or actually the year before I met you. But he was there both years, and he says I hated it the first year. Now shit, give me that money. He's on his 3rd year and enjoying it. So
There you go.
there you go. So David also does Rhino Blast, pressure washing, power washing, and window cleaning as well. He does all sorts of stuff, and so knowing that different guys from different industries are all getting involved in this, it's pretty cool. How many people do you think attend your training class? Like, typically attend your training classes?
The
And does it?
ideal number I try and get in is about 20.
Okay.
We've had classes with way too many people in them sometimes. We just kind of lost track of the RSVP list and we'll end up like 70 people. And you just get nobody gets the full experience when there's 70 people there.
No.
There's 3 people that are attentive, learning. Everyone else is on their phones, scrolling through Facebook, seeing what's next. Why take the trip all the way out to New York if you're just going to scroll through your phone?
Yeah.
I get that we're all, in business and business owners, and that, you need to pay attention to your business even when you're not home. I get that, and I have, full respect for the guy that's got to walk out and take a phone call. But when you're just sitting there scrolling through, I'm like, why'd you even come? We go to the
Yeah,
lights install, and they kind of like talk in the corner. I'm like, you came to put up lights and learn how to put up lights. Let's put up lights, not, have a social networking session. So
yeah, it's pretty disrespectful and also like a waste of time. So
listen, it's nothing against me. I'm teaching the class whether they're paying attention or not, but why go ahead and, sit there and waste your time? Go do something productive with your day.
absolutely.
Yep.
So what are some of the things that people don't tell you about, the ups and downs or the bad things about the industry? Because we all know, hey man, it can earn you extra income, it can do this, it can do that. What are some of the negatives?
Negatives is your labor force is going to hate you because you're going to want to push them to work more and more and more. And there's only so much time in the week. One of the last companies I was at before I jumped on at Thunder, we were running about 16 guys doing Christmas light installs, and we were going through about 11,000 man hours of labor every Christmas light season.
Wow.
So if you math out, 11,000 total hours across 16 guys is the hours that they're doing in, November 1st to
January 15th or
down for
something?
dawn, the end of January. But you flip to the flip side of that is they were also bringing in, $1.5 million in revenue in the matter of that time. And that's all scalable. We see guys that are coming in, their first year with, themselves and two guys, and they're pulling in 150,000 in their first year. And they're like mind blown on the money they can make in such a short period of time. Then you got guys that are coming in, hitting it hard, doing, millions within their first couple of years. So really depends on how many resources you want to throw at it. But I'd say the biggest issue is labor force.
Got it. So what do you think? So like for me, right? I'm contemplating getting into it, and I definitely want to get into it. What does an initial investment typically run somebody? Is there a
Do you run your washing business and your window cleaning business out of a car or a truck?
truck?
And truck, beautiful. You have a ladder rack?
I do not.
All right, so your investment's going to be a ladder rack and maybe a ladder. That's pretty much all you need to get started. And realistically, we have ladders now. I mean, you see them in the big box stores where they fold in to be able to fit in the bed of a truck, and they can go up 30 feet. So a lot of times your first initial investment, besides the material to do the job, the only thing that you actually have to purchase that's not a direct job cost is ladders and safety gear.
Smart. Yeah. And if you do just first stories, you can just buy an 8-foot ladder and just kind of knock that out.
You could be $150 into a ladder if they go on sale at Home Depot, and you're good to go.
I already have ladders, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just
You're good to go. You just need to spend some time and educate yourself, and you'll be rolling.
So how do you purchase the lights, and do you purchase the lights in advance, or do you go do you measure the house and then you come back and then purchase the lights for each house? Or that's
So-
what I
It depends on where you're at in your business and how quick you want to scale. So obviously shipping is going to be one of your other bottlenecks in the business. It's going to slow you down just because you only have 6 weeks to do the jobs. Think if you're starting November 1st or even the end of October, nobody wants to pay to put lights up after December 5th to 10th.
Yeah.
So you're hustling through that time. So a lot of guys, they'll stock up on the common stuff, even if they're newer in the industry. If they say, hey, I want to do 3 jobs, 4 jobs, whether the homeowner's doing white lights, multicolor lights, you have your basic components that you're going to need, which is your clips, your wire, your plugs. You're going to need that regardless of what color they do. And I would say like 80% plus of what people do is warm white, which is that classic soft white. Yeah. And then, so what I tell guys is, hey, stock up on a little bit of warm white, get the wire, get the clips, get the bulbs. And then if you have a homeowner that wants color or pure white or different, variation of white, order that per job. You don't need to take stock in that. You're new into the business. You want to get 5 houses your first year.
That's kind of like what I'm thinking. Like I want to do my house. I want to just order enough for like 5 houses.
That's it. And again,
and the trees that I want to do.
And if the homeowner wants something different than what you have, you order it for that job. But again, your bread and butter is going to be the same. It's just the bulbs that you're going to change out.
Got it. That's interesting, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys down there in August next month, dude. It's
It
like
is.
3.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
How many years have you been to the huge?
Huge. I think this is our third or fourth year going to the huge. So
Sweet.
Cool.
it's been
And
huge.
over the last couple of years, what has your progression with Thunder been? What is your title now?
Personally, head bitch is what I think I'm going by now.
HBIC.
Yep, pretty much. So
Right
it's all
on,
been
man.
good stuff. Ton of growth for us and the business, which is awesome. It's nice being able to do this in here. The guys are outside, undoing some containers right now because a couple years back we were all doing containers, unloading product, on a daily basis, and now it's kind of the point where all right, we can step back and work on some business development while they're outside, sweating and having a great time.
Yeah, that's I'm we're Mark works for himself, I work for myself. And I don't have employees or anything like that. So we're always the HBIC. And so we totally get that.
Listen, I love it. Every chance I have to go on a job site with a customer, visit them, help them. It's one of my favorite things to do because that's where I came from. Those are my roots. I loved installing. I loved being in the field and having fun. But sometimes you just take a turn and you need to focus your attention to other things and helping more companies grow instead of the one that you can go visit that day.
Sure.
What is the most I know that once you have a crew running and they're like dedicated and they know what they're doing, what's approximate time on an install? Like 2,500 square foot single story house.
I was meeting with a company yesterday. It was a close friend of mine, and they're big into tracking and calculating man hours. That's why I still have all this, in my head because I was talking about it a ton yesterday. And if you have two guys on a crew, my ideal number in my head is 2 to 3 guys running together. And it's just 2 for safety, 3 for productivity. But if you think about it, once you add that third guy onto the job, you need to get it done 30% quicker to make the same amount per man per hour. So it's one of those things. If I have 3 guys on a job, 1 guy's on a roof, 1 guy's doing work on the ground, and the third guy's kind of tying everything together, which I think makes a really good install crew. With that being said, demographic and house size is going to be your next biggest factor. I know down in Texas, they focus a ton on roof lines. Like that's their go-to is, correct Mark if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but they do a ton of
right. Yeah.
single story front of the house ranches, and they can get in and out of there in, an hour, if even. And, you have a ton of those lined up, all the neighbors in the neighborhood. I mean, you could bang out that whole neighborhood, 10 houses in a day. Where in New York, we have a little more drive time. Everyone wants to go taller because they can't go out because we don't have any space here. So you're seeing I'd say an average crew get about 2 to 3 houses done a day if they're 2,000, 2,500 square foot homes, but that's being, 2-story, 2,500 square foot home. If it was a single story, 2,500 square foot home and you didn't lose a ton of money to drive time, then I'd say, hey, you could probably do closer to 5 to 6 houses a day. That realistic number, with drive time, travel time, first year learning curves, 2 to 3 houses a day.
Yeah, 1-story ranch is a nice sweet spot because it's like a 35-minute reinstall sometimes. I have I got a few customers that are just like flat straight across the roof, like 21 minutes, like at the most.
Take the step ladder out, ding, 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 ding,
yep.
ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So more of a drive time than a reinstall.
Deeds did you showed me the really fun job you did last year, that church. What style of lights was that like? And you seem to get that done pretty damn quick for being just a one guy deal.
Yeah, it's like less than 3 hours doing like 3,000 plus feet of I think what is it, Lightnetics? Along the edge, just warm white. I think there's a lot of lights involved, but it takes me about 2-3 hours. I just carry up boxes of lights. I have them set up, carefully walk, set them up, plug them in, and boom. Yep. Those are excellent. So, and they do the trick. So I'm in and out in 3 hours. Yeah, they're not going anywhere, and they're wonderful. I was paranoid and worried about it, but after the first year on, they didn't move an inch. They didn't bobble, nothing. So I got lucky with it. It was a steel roof too, because
Oh yeah.
You know, you always got to do your due diligence on estimates. You know, I've got I've got a window cleaning Acme cone that I've drilled a heavy duty magnet into carefully and wrapped it with a rag. So I use that to tap stuff on commercial jobs to see if like that strip is metal or not. And the water fed pool, if it sticks to it, we can work with magnet lights. So
Damn,
Well,
that's pretty ingenious, dude.
Have you
Yeah.
ever worked with the parapet clips, where it's the ones that
yeah,
you glue
but
down?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't like them just because I don't like permanently installing stuff on customers' property. You know, you know, let's do magnets. But I wouldn't be afraid of them. I mean, if a customer requested them or if they were needed and not magnetic, and we had to go that route, and then I would just factor it into the price and have fun with that.
Absolutely.
Let it glue. But they work. I mean, they're perfect for a lot of.
We see a ton of
Right.
them up here because all the parapet caps on commercial buildings are either aluminum or tin, and it
Mhm.
just is not magnet friendly.
Sure. And that's the perfect. Yeah, that's exactly when you need them. But yeah, getting lucky. Down here, I use a lot of shingle tabs. We have a lot of, like you said, roof line, so it's up, easy.
Yep.
The one thing, you know, the hardest pain in the ass are always the peaks where you've got to get on your tippy toes on that extension ladder carefully, or get out the
Yep.
goat hook or something, and just like
Meh.
Right.
We got to root with the
It
goat
worked
too.
like-
You gotta make a goat noise when you say goat.
so yeah.
Dean
gotta get
Grant
that
fits
goat out.
right in with us with this crew, doesn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can't wait for Christmas and all the fun that comes with it, and the growth too, because it's always past customers plus new that year. So it's always something good. You know,
Yeah, man, we've got some good friends popping in this morning too. I want to give some shout outs. Freedom Window Cleaning is in the building. Chris is in the house. By the way, too, shout out to Chris. He just turned in 5150, I want to say, was the total that he generated and donated to the Barracks Project. Chris
Awesome.
went around his neighborhood, Grant, and installed flags. And he took the money that was given for the work and donated it to this project called the Barracks Project. So we're super happy and proud for not only Chris,
Okay.
but for his community and the wonderful people at the Barracks Project. So way to go, buddy. Give a shout out to John Schrotta from WCR Marketing. Tim Huber, give Tim a shout out. Outlaw Window Cleaner was in on Wednesday. I don't think I got to mention him, but chatted with him yesterday a tiny bit and this morning. So shout out to Tim. I think Damien was in there earlier too. So yeah, man, just a good morning to everybody. Yeah, man, I didn't realize that you guys did a training class
Oh
in
yeah.
Long Island, man. That sounds like
We want to help
something.
you guys out.
I'm in Arizona, but I may need to get out there.
A lot of guys we see come from out of state, they make a trip out of it. So, you know, they come down, they stay for the Friday, because we try and do Fridays just 'cause it's easiest for people to travel.
Yeah.
Come down for Friday, they stay, you know, Saturday, Sunday, hang out in New York City, go visit, you know, some of the sightseeing stuff, and then head on back to a nice day of work on Monday.
That sounds like an ideal setup. I definitely need to look into that. After we get off, I know you kind of said it on air, but shoot me a message with the 3 or 4 options for dates if you can. That would be awesome. Because I'm sure I could probably find somebody local or whatever, but it might be nice to get out of Dodge. That's for sure.
Listen, spend some time up in the North Country, have some fun. We have plenty of fun up here, so.
I totally can get down with that. We have other friends up in the Northeast that I'd love to be able to get out to. I have a feeling that if I got up north, that it would need to be longer than 3 days. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe I can make it happen. We'll see. We'll see.
There you go.
So I also did mention that I am going to have to get off just a little bit early this morning. I got some stuff popping off. We got some window cleaning going on. But I wanted to make sure that everybody was able to kind of hear from you what it's like in the industry. Obviously, are you doing lighting all year round, constantly landscaping, all this other stuff, or are you have a summertime lull, you get some time off? How does that work for you?
So we definitely have a low in the summer. More so like we're right about in the lowest that we get right now. But you know what? It's good because it gives everyone time to recharge. It gives us time to grow the business, improve on things for next year. Because
Yeah.
once the beginning to middle of October hits, it's just balls to the wall. I mean, it's craziness. I'm not going to lie. You know, we make a promise to our customers that all orders placed before 11 o'clock leave the door the same day.
Oh,
And
shit.
that's a struggle sometimes. So we get it there. So sometimes the next day is harder because you're like, oh, we got to 11 today, but we only made it to 1, so we got to get everything out the next day. So it's we make it work. We have a good time with it, and but yeah, we do outdoor lighting. We do landscape lighting, which is like your garden bed lighting, your house lighting, your architectural lighting, as well as architectural perimeter lighting, which is the new permanent lighting trends that are popping in here. So again, we just try and take ourselves and help our customers grow their businesses. So you want to grow permanent lighting, landscape lighting, Christmas lights, we're here to help you go. We kind of pride ourselves on the fact that lighting is our thing. You know, we're not a landscape supply store selling lights, we're a lighting store selling lights.
That's outstanding. One of the other things too that I really appreciated about you and your setup when I met you at the Huge was safety. You also that was one of the first things you mentioned as soon as you came on this morning was safety. You also sell the safety gear, pants, shoes. What else? What are all are some of the other things that you think help people that will keep them safer while either on a roof, on a ladder, whatever?
So that's one of the big things we try and pride ourselves on is being a one-stop shop for you. So I don't want you to have to leave our office, leave our website, go on Amazon, go to Home Depot, you know, do everything else. I want to be able to get you everything you need in one shot. So we have a lot of tools like we have the pitch hoppers, we have the Stable, which is new to the industry, which is like a pitch hopper, but a little bit different.
I remember
Those are
that
great when
coming
you're
out a couple years ago.
Yep, those are great when you're on the roof, actually, you know, helping you stay in place, make you feel more comfortable working on different angles and pitches. The Stable is also really nice because it actually works as a ladder stabilizer. So if your ladder is a little bit tilted on the ground, you put that underneath it to kind of prop it up so it's center and ready to go. We have the Ridge Pro and we have the Goat. You gotta meh.
You need Jim Brewer to do that.
Those are some great options when you're looking for something to help you secure or stay on a nice peak. The Goat's great for when you're working up and down ridges themselves, and the Ridge Pro is great if you're working along a gutter line and you need something to harness into. Both great options. And then we have the Cougar Paw boots and the Steep Gear shorts, which are actually wearable PPE. Cougar Paw boots are foam bottom boots. Suck if you wear them on concrete because they wear out super quick, but that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to grip the roofs and keep you stable on, again, regular asphalt roofs. If you're on a slate roof, tile roof, metal roof, there's other options we have for you. But as far as asphalt shingle roofs, which is what we see primarily in the Northeast, those help keep you on there. And the Steep Gear shorts are great for any roof because if you sit down, you won't start sliding. So if you ever sat down on an asphalt shingle roof, your pants are going up your ass right then and there, where the Steep Gear shorts keep you in place so you're not sliding down the roof if you just sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
Nobody likes a wedgie.
Nope. So something cool we're doing this year at the Huge is we are going to do a giveaway. I believe we're doing 3 giveaways 4 different times throughout the convention at our booth.
Cool.
We literally worked on this yesterday, but we're giving away some Cougar Paw boots, some Lockjaw ladder stabilizers to keep that ladder locked onto the gutter so it won't slide side to side. We have, I think we might be giving away a Goat. We're giving away some Stables. We're giving away some choppers. Thanks, Mark. And so we'll definitely have more details to that. But again, we're giving them away for free. So if you're at the Huge, stop by the booth to get some details, and we'll get you guys hooked up with some free safety gear.
Hell to the yeah.
And we'll also ship it to your house for you for free. So, you know, if you flew there, we don't need you flying home with a Goat in your bag. You'll be in the back of the plane going, meh.
That's right. Get down, Goat. It's a service goat. Leave it alone. Don't pet it.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here in just a second. But one of the things that we like to do at the end of the show, and to be honest with you, Grant, I want to get you back on again before like you start going crazy. Maybe early October, if we can steal some time from you again, because you crushed. Your sense of humor is on point. You totally vibe exactly with what it is that we do Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8:30 Eastern. I'm glad that the time
8:30
thing.
Eastern in the morning.
Yeah, 8:30
Not 5 p.m.
a.m. 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So I send out my Google invites and the calendar invites, and it's on my time. So when it says 5:30 to me, but it goes to Deeds. It says 7:30 because it's his time and 8:30 to you. But I always get
Technology.
terrified that it's gonna send the wrong time. And today when I sent the invite, Grant was like, "Oh, it's 8:30 a.m." I'm like, "Oh shit, did I do it wrong?" I was so terrified, but luckily you were able to get back to the office, and we appreciate you for popping in. But one of the things, like I said, that we wanted to give you some time to do was give some people some thanks. You got anybody you want to send some love to, some shout outs? We'd like to end the show on a positive note. We'd like to send people off in a good way. So who would you like to give some love and some shout outs to?
Give some shout out to my crew that's working outside right now. Probably not too happy that I was like, oh, got to go inside of the office for a little bit and get on
Yep.
a podcast. So shout out to them. So I'm going to hop out there and hope they're all still vertical. So
There you
shout
go.
out to them and shout out to all our amazing customers. We can't wait to see you guys at the Huge. It's great for us because we get to see a ton of customers from all over the country in one spot. So if you're there and you're a customer, you're not a customer, look forward to seeing you guys.
Hell to the yeah. Deeds, what you got?
No, thank you, Grant, for coming on and sharing your knowledge. I love talking with fellow, service industry guys. I'm a window cleaner who pressure washes, and I identify as a gutter cleaner a lot just because I love ladders and how easy it is. And doing windows lights is just as easy. You just got to invest, get trained, and do it because there's a lot of money, a lot of customers out there. So thanks for sharing your knowledge today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Jason, for co-hosting. And yeah, everybody else with Zero, Sorbo, everyone, thank you.
Hell to the yeah. Deeds, happy birthday, dude. Please tell me you got your card.
Not yet, but it'll come today, I'm
What
sure.
the fuck? I paid
Goes right
extra
there.
for it to get there for you on your birthday.
okay.
No, it's
fine.
not
Pretend it was
okay.
yesterday. Great
Fuck
Scott
that.
mod.
Pardon my French. But I paid extra to make sure that it got there what I thought was going to be a day early because I wanted you to be able to see it. Like, I can't wait for you to. There's
I'll
nothing
hold
really
it till
good
next
in it,
year.
but the card is perfect, man. It's right up your alley.
I'll
So I
share it
want
with
to say,
everyone when I get it.
there you go. I want to say thank you to Deeds. I want to say thank you, Grant, for popping in. I'm glad that you're crushing in the business. You seem like a genuine, honest, real person when I first met you. We didn't even get into the whole how we kind of met, but you can see I'm still trying to do my thing, and we're still trying to provide some hope and some joy, to our friends and keep everybody motivated. This industry, home service industry, can be difficult on us. We have ebbs and flows and highs and lows, and our goal is to try to keep everybody level-headed, in a good mood, and not bashing each other constantly. So I hope
That's
that we're accomplishing that goal. Yeah, right. I hope that we're accomplishing that goal. And as Deed said, we want to thank Zero, Sorbo, and WCR for being sponsors of the show, allowing us to post into pro. Thanks to Chris and Alex and to all the homies that come in on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To my man Billy Sloan, who's out there on the glass. He's already been slaying for almost an hour. Shit, it's early as hell,
Wow.
and he's getting it after. He's getting after it. So, wish you guys a great Friday. Happy weekend. Go out there, kick some ass, and take some names. We'll see you guys Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, bright and early for the Goo and Deed show.
Yep.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yep.
Deeds,
sure
what
to
do you
change
tell
your
them?
change your shingle tags, everybody. Tabs. It's been 5 years. They're brittle. They need to be changed.
And your rubbers, and your resin, and I hope those passion buckets are full. We'll catch up next time, gang.
Yep. Thanks, Grant. Have a good morning, everybody.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Grant, you smashed, dude.